The Tao de Ching. Excerpts. Translation by Stephen Mitchell. Chapter 1. The Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. The unnameable is the eternally real. Naming is the origin of all particular things. Free from desire, you realize the mystery. Caught in desire, you see only the manifestations. Yet mystery and manifestations arise from the same source. This source is called darkness. Darkness within darkness, the gateway to all understanding. Chapter 2. When people see some things as beautiful, other things become ugly. When people see some things as good, other things become bad. Being and non-being create each other. Difficult and easy support each other. Long and short define each other. High and low depend on each other. Before and after follow each other. Therefore, the Master acts without doing anything and teaches without saying anything. Things arise and she lets them come. Things disappear and she lets them go. She has but doesn't possess. Acts but doesn't expect. When her work is done, she forgets it. That is why it lasts forever. The ancient masters were profound and subtle. Their wisdom was unfathomable. There's no way to describe it. All we can describe is their appearance. They were careful as someone crossing an iced-over stream. Alert as a warrior in enemy territory. Courteous as a guest. Fluid as melting ice. Shapeable as a block of wood. Receptive as a valley. Clear as a glass of water. Do you have the patience to wait till your mud settles and the water is clear? Can you remain unmoving till the right action arises by itself? The Master doesn't seek fulfillment. Not seeking, not expecting. She is present and can welcome all things. Every being in the universe is an expression of the Tao. It springs into existence, unconscious, perfect, free, takes on a physical body, lets circumstances complete it. That is why every being spontaneously honors the Tao. The Tao gives birth to all beings, nourishes them, maintains them, cares for them, comforts them, protects them, takes them back to itself, creating without possessing, acting without expecting, guiding without interfering. That is why love of the Tao is in the very nature of things. Damien Walter writes about the Tao de Ching in The Guardian publication, starting with a quote on Chapter 1. The unnameable is the eternally real. Naming is the origin of all particular things. He explains. The second line of Mitchell's translation opens up the nature of our mental dysfunction. We are accustomed to perceiving our world and all the objects in it by naming them. But what if we stop obsessively naming everything and instead just rest in awareness? He continues. What the Tao de Ching does time and time again is attempt to show us how we might see things if we could spend more time in awareness and less in naming. Practice not doing and everything will fall into place. This from the third verse sounds positively heretical to the work and productivity-obsessed modern mind. Perhaps if we were more aware, we would worry less and could see better what actually needs doing. But the central thing the Tao de Ching asks us to be aware of is not the world, but ourself. Self-awareness. We all know the term, but do we really know what it means? Love the world as yourself, then you can care for all things. Closes verse 13 of the Tao de Ching. What would it be like to care for all things as much as we cared for ourselves? In the words of David Foster Wallace, whose literary philosophy is a natural mirror of Taoist thought, the default setting for people is to be uniquely, completely, imperially alone, day in and day out. Not because we are physically alone, as we know loneliness hits heaviest in crowds, but because we are mired in a deep-seated and near-universal delusion. Despite knowing that we are part of a vast universe, on a massively complex planet, shared with 7 billion other human lives, we continue with the truly insane perception that we are the center of the world. The Tao de Ching is a 2,400-year-old reminder that today, as then, every one of us has a choice to practice self-awareness and exercise our own power in and over the world. That might come as more of a nasty wake-up call than a comfort to some of us. As Wallace said, it is unimaginably hard to do this, to stay conscious and alive in the adult world day in and day out. As hard as it is, for the moments we read it, the Tao de Ching makes it seem at least possible.